What's up, guys? Welcome to Bet the Day for May 9th. Hope everyone's doing well and hope everyone is ready to win some money day just after 10 a.m., guys. Hope everyone's doing well. I lost two parlays because of one BAM block and one BAM rebound. I'm depressed. Two different parlays. Well, you know what you got to do today? When you lose a parlay, you got to step up and say, today's our day, people. You got to keep hammering. You got to keep hammering. Got to keep hammering, just like the Colorado Avalanche. Just like the Colorado Avalanche. You look at what they did in game 2, right? Against the Predators. They put 50 shots on the net and they won 2-1, right? Well, a couple days ago, they put freaking 50 shots on the net. Not 50, but 40-something shots on the net again. They kept hammering. They scored 7 goals, right? So I'm going to take the over in that game. That's a little hint coming at you right away. Hope everyone is doing well, guys. Doing better than the Heat. Well, the Heat are my duds of the day officially. They are already my Heat duds of the day. Some facts, bro. There we go. Colby highlight. How we doing, guys? Sharky, how we doing? How we doing, guys? Hope everyone's doing well. Let some people file in here as usual. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome. It's going to be a great day. Going to be a great day of sports. This weekend was really the epitome of a great weekend of sports. So, we're going to be a little bit of a hangover, but still got a lot of good stuff today. Got a lot of good stuff moving forward, right? We got Eastern Conference Finals coming up, Western Conference Finals, hockey, more hockey, Stanley Cup Playoffs. We got more baseball, right? So it's really, really exciting time for sports. And you know what? Before we know it, football's back. So just awesome stuff here at Bet the Day. Thank you to everyone who's subscribed, who's liked, who's interacted with the content in any way whatsoever, guys. Really do appreciate all that. So before we get into the videos today, before we get into the content for the day, the picks, all that good stuff, guys, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out the T-shirts. Make sure you do it all, guys. We have T-shirts, Bet the Day merch. If you're watching on YouTube, you can get this logo on a T-shirt right there. You can get the 3-Team Parlay logo on a T-shirt. Also got a lot of other fun stuff coming, like, some saying T-shirts like I've been wearing on the shows. Good teams win, great teams cover. I know a lot of you guys were asking about that in the TikTok. And then also, guys, if you're on TikTok, please go over to YouTube, subscribe to us over there. And let's make it happen. Let's win some money. Hope everyone's doing well. It's time to win some money. Let's recap yesterday a little bit. Now, should we start with the Mavericks and the Suns or the Heat and the Sixers? I think we start with the Mavericks and the Suns because I have less to talk about. I think we'll save the Heat for the end when we get some people on here because the Heat are just atrocious and they're disrespectful. They're a disgrace to bettors who are relying on them to win yesterday. And you know what? We can talk all about Joel Embiid. We can talk all about Houston Harden coming. And honestly, outside taking my betting away from this, it was good to see Harden come alive because, he's got a lot of crap. Like a lot of people have been talking shit about him, but at the same time too, man, the Heat blew that game yesterday, but we will talk about that in a minute here. Mavericks +2 versus Suns. We won that with ease. Suns got into foul trouble early. Chris Paul fouled out in the fourth quarter. He would have fouled out in the third quarter, honestly. Over under on Chris Paul smacks if he gets a hold of that kid. Probably over. But Chris Paul fouled out early, right? He's just out of rhythm. That's what the Mavericks did. They got the Suns out of their rhythm. But we said it yesterday. We said it on the show. If the Suns come out and allow the Mavericks to play team basketball, which they did, right? Luka was good, right? But Brunson had 18. Dorian Finney-Smith had 24. If they allowed that to happen, if the Mavericks were able to facilitate that, they were going to win the basketball game. That's exactly what they did, right? Suns shot 50 to 65% from the field early in the series. Past couple games, they have not been as good, right? It's tougher to go on the road and win. It's tougher to go on the road and make shots. We saw that with the Heat last night too. Suns weren't good. It's that simple. But I will say in this series, at least, the Mavericks outplayed the Suns, right? They played team basketball. They played really well together. It's not that the Suns played terrible, right? They got into foul trouble, and then they allowed the Mavericks to just play as a team. Huge win for Dallas. Yes, 100%. Luka going to have a huge game 5. Listen, this series is a different story now, guys. It's just like the Bruins. We'll talk about them in a little bit here, but the Bruins even series up. If the Celtics can even the series up, a lot of these series are going to go 7 games if they're 2-2 after 4 games. So it's a very exciting time. Huge win for Dallas. How we doing, guys? How we doing? Now let's move on to Heat. Let's talk about the Heat here. Now, I took a lot of flack. We got a comment here on YouTube. Let me see this. Glad to see the highlights are back, Tanner. Really makes your eyes pop. It does. Highlights look good. Do I have highlights, guys? It doesn't look as bad on TikTok today, Grant. It looks a little worse, I would say, on YouTube. But right now the lighting's pretty good. My face looks good. You know what? But you know what doesn't look good, Grant? And you can attest to this. The Miami Heat last night. The Miami Heat, I have so many issues, and please let me know what you think in the comments. Brewers are not winning the World Series. Celtics money line and Warriors alternate spread -5.5. I kind of like that. I'm a Bruins fan. Huge last 2 games for us. Yes, it was. Tomorrow night is a huge night. But let's talk about the Heat, guys. Put your questions in there. Put the chat. Put all the comments and all that. But take me 14-6 on my last 20 NBA picks. Okay, well, you got to let me know the picks. I can't just see your record. Anyways, Let's go with the Heat here. Let's talk about the Heat. Heat +2 last night. Now, we can talk all about Houston Harden coming alive in the fourth quarter. We can talk all about that stuff. Do you even have a real job or just live at your mom's house? Well, I do have a real job. This is actually a real job. And also, I am at my mom's house. We had a problem, so I had to come back. But I do live in Boston, guys. And we'll be outside Boston. We'll be outside TD Garden for a lot of content coming this week. But anyways, guys. Anyways, here. Heat +2. The Heat are not a good basketball team. The Heat are not a good basketball. I'll say that last night. I don't know how they've made it this far. Let's look at what Jimmy Butler did. Fantastic, right? You can go over here. I don't need to talk to you. I don't need to talk to you at all. You played great. Bam Adebayo was pretty damn good, honestly. What he did in game 3, coming back, and what he do compared to what he did in game 4 was very, very impressive. That's my overall feeling. That's my overall take there. But on top of that, though, everyone else, PJ Tucker wastes the space. He spends more time arguing calls than actually going out and making plays. Kyle Lowry, I mean, yes, he had 7 assists last night. Did not shoot well from the three-point line. I think it was 0 of 6. He was not good. Strauss, come on, man. You had more fouls than points last night. Let's go to the bench here. Victor Oladipo, you got to the foul line. I'll give you that. You got to the foul line. But on top of that, you really didn't shoot the ball that well. And overall, this team didn't play with, now wait, I forgot one guy, Tyler Hero. You shot 33% coming off the bench. That's the second night in a row you shot 33% coming off the bench, guys. Come on. That can't happen, people. That just can't happen. It's that simple. I'd fade Flames under 5.5 and Boston going down 3-1 night. I don't think so. But anyways, you can't have that happen. That just can't happen. It's just not a good night for them. Now, they were 7 of 35 from the three-point line. That's 20%. And on top of that, one of those came in garbage time. We got a comment here from Grant. Miami Heat are America's disappointment today. How dare they let Harden go over? And you know what, too? What Harden did last night, I got to give him some credit. I got to give him some praise because that was a pretty special night out of James Harden. That was a really special night. I mean, those possessions down the stretch where James Harden broke their backs, they played pretty good defense. I can't knock the Heat for their defense on those possessions. James Harden was making shots 3 feet beyond the line, 4 feet beyond the line with guys in his face. So I can't really fault the Heat for that. I can fault the Heat for not taking the game over. There were times where they had opportunities and they missed shots. I don't know what goes through their heads sometimes. I genuinely don't. And guys like Grant, I'm not a professional basketball player. I'm a freaking blogger, but I see what these guys do. So the Heat make a huge stop, right? And then they run down the floor and they take a quick little three-pointer instead of trying to run their offense, knowing that they were 7 of 35 from the three-point line. At what point was Eric Spoelstra going to say, guys, let's try to set up our defense or set up our offense a little bit? Because that whole fourth quarter, Joel Embiid didn't have a point in the fourth quarter, if I'm correct about that. I could be wrong. But he wasn't really in much of the fourth quarter. I know Bam got into trouble. When they went smaller, they actually played very, very well. They actually defended very, very well. But, why weren't they setting up their offense when Joel Embiid wasn't on the floor? Why are we just trying to huck up threes? Now, you got a lot of open looks. Granted, there were a ton of open looks. You just didn't take advantage of it. Let's read the comments here. He didn't score at all after 2 minutes left in the third. Yeah. This kid doesn't know any more than you or me. There we go. Love that. Either 7 or Sixers and 6, pool 20. Why are you watching me then? You see Heat series going 7 games. I do. I think the Heat come back. I really do. Boston going down 3-1 tonight. He can't hang. Keep doing you, man. Love that, guys. Appreciate it. A lot of chirpers on this morning. I love it. Gets me fired up. I'm already fired up about the Heat, guys. So come on now. But anyways, yeah, just not a good night for the Heat. I think this Heat series does go 7 games. I think they go back to Miami. This team's a different team at home. We see it throughout the playoffs. Teams are better at home, right? So that's not hard to understand. What the Heat need to do to get this going 7 games, though, Tyler Hero needs to be better off the bench. Victor Oladipo needs to shoot better off the bench and get to the foul line. Jimmy Butler can't be the only guy. We saw it with the Mavs. I talked about this yesterday. We saw it with the Mavericks, right? When you look at the Mavericks, they played team basketball. They won 2 games in a row playing team basketball. 2 games in a row playing team basketball. What did they do in game 1 and 2? Luka took over. Did they win? No, they didn't play team basketball. So that's my take there. You got to play team basketball. I think this does go 7. I think the Mavericks series goes 7 too. I think the Suns probably get the best of the Mavs. I haven't looked at the spreads yet. We can do that right now here. For these next 2 games, but we will talk about these more tomorrow when they happen. We want to get through the rest of the picks and all our recaps and all that. Talk about the Bruins. We love the Bruins, don't we? NBA here. Let's see what happened. Boston Celtics, Bucks. There we go. Grizzlies, Sixers. Okay, so Sixers are 3.5-point dogs going to Miami. I probably would go Heat in this one. I hate to do it. They've screwed me so many times. I might just take a total. But again, the sides are tough too. Dallas versus Phoenix. Dallas is a 6.5-point dog on the road in Phoenix. I will 100% be taking Dallas at 6.5. Shooting out. Take the Bucks, Daddy. Come on now. Let's keep it going here. Other point scorers. You know what? How are you not talking about Danny Green? He's shooting lights out on him. Here's what I'll say about that. I don't really need to talk about the Sixers, in my opinion. I don't. I genuinely don't need to talk about the Sixers. I need to talk about how bad the Heat played last night. I think that's the bigger storyline. I think throughout the series, that's been the bigger storyline these past 2 games. It's how bad the Heat are playing. Compared to what the Sixers are doing. That's my take. I think James Harden's story of the night, obviously, because if he doesn't come alive in the fourth quarter, the Heat win. So James Harden was the guy last night. That's my take. So I don't think I really need to talk about Danny Green that much. I mean, honestly, I think I need to talk about how bad the Heat played, how bad the Heat were from the three-point line. You can't expect, and I think what the Sixers do from the three-point line, they were pretty damn good. You can't think about winning a basketball game shooting 20% from the three-point line. You just can't do it. How many times they're going to set up their offense or not set up their offense, just huck up threes, right? There were a lot of threes that they rushed. There were a lot of threes that were wide open looks. Imagine if you make 3 more of them, you win the basketball game and you still shot 25% from the field or from the three-point line. Mavs in 7. I like the Mavs in 7. I think that would be cool. It'd be cool to see like a Mavs Celtics NBA final. So we'll keep going here. Let's move into hockey. Bruins money line versus the Hurricanes. Big win there. Marchand had 5 points, 2 goals and 3 assists. Bergeron had 1 goal and 2 assists. So you got 8 points out of the guys that you needed to get points out of last night. Big time stuff. Jeremy Swayman, fantastic again. Charlie McAvoy didn't play. Pasternak stepped up 2 points. Charlie Coyle had 2 points. This Bruins team looks pretty damn good right now, people. I'd start getting a little worried if I were you. Now, they got to go back to Carolina and win a hockey game, but I feel decent with Jeremy Swayman in the net. I'm very excited about that one tomorrow. This is the Bruins, baby. The Bruins are a different team in the playoffs, and I know I was down on them 2 days ago, but this is a new series. This is a best-of-3 series, and you know what? You got 1 game in Boston. If you can go steal 1 in Carolina, I'm not saying it's possible. If you can go steal 1 in Carolina, you're going to be just fine. Series is not over with the Heat. I would not say it's over. Dodgers minus 2.5 alternate spread. I love that. So let me pose a different question to you guys about the Heat. I keep going back to them because I love talking about the Miami Heat right now, but let me go back to them. If you guys say the series is over, what happens if the Heat come out and actually shoot the lights out? Like, what happens if the Heat shoot really well? What happens if they go, let's be realistic, and let's say they were 7 of 35 from the three-point line. Let's say they go 12 of 35 from the three-point line. Let's say they go, 15 of 35 from the three-point line. How are the Sixers going to combat that? Because I'll tell you what, I don't see James Harden doing it again. I don't, because that's a rarity what we saw last night. Anybody can be good in 1 game. That's what I think. Go Bruins. There we go. Let's go. Brewers minus 1.5 today. I already have that bet. Yes, I have that bet locked in. Take Brewers minus 0.5 first 5. I like that. I bet the odds aren't great for that, though. Bucks win the series 4-2. Okay, you guys want to talk about the Celtics? We'll get there in a minute, guys. We'll get there in a minute. Listen, we can't rush the show. You can't rush greatness, people. This is the process. You got to go through yesterday. Maple Leafs versus Lightning money line. The Maple Leafs absolutely folded yesterday. The Lightning beat the crap out of them 7-3. Vasilevsky's not been it's amazing he's undefeated after a loss because it's amazing. It's amazing that's what that streak can do. He was really good the first 2 periods. Obviously, the third period they lost interest a little bit, and they deserved to, honestly, because they were up 7 goals or 5 goals, whatever it was. Toronto made a little run there. Austin Matthews was -3 in the plus-minus. That can't happen. Baseball, Oilers money line. They got destroyed by the Kings. Jonathan Quick was fantastic. He looked like the old Jonathan Quick, so that was fun to watch. We do have 1 under in baseball today. Let's say they pushed the pace. If Harden didn't go off, Embiid would have slapped down low. Embiid didn't even play in the fourth quarter. White Sox, Red Sox under 8.5. I hammered the under in this game at 8.5. I hammered the live under at 9. When the White Sox went up 3-0, the live total jumped up to 9. I hammered the under there. That's why you guys should be following us on TikTok. I'm posting those live betting plays on there. If you got on that was easy money. That was a gift from the sports books. At one point, it was under 9.5 when the White Sox were up 3-0. Under 9.5 at plus 115. That's freaking crazy. I didn't get it at that. I got it at under 9 at minus 102. But at the same time, people, under 9.5 at plus 115 for a Red Sox team. Get these stats right now, people. Get ready for these stats. I'm going to blow your mind. Blues in 7. Maybe the Blues came out. They got a win. That was good to see the other night. That was good to see. At the same time, though, I don't know. It's going to be tough for them to go to Minnesota and win a hockey game. That's my take. Okay. Ready for this? This is going to be worth the price of admission you watching the show this morning. You ready? Red Sox. Get this. 27 strikeouts this weekend. 3 for 27 with runners in scoring position. 24 runners left on base. 0 home runs. Xander and Devers had 9 of the team's 22 hits. And you're not playing the unders in this game. I got a lot of crap yesterday taking the under. Today's the day. The Red Sox are going to hit the ball and they're going to get a win. No, it's not, guys. This team isn't winning games. You can't be 3 of 27 with runners in scoring position. And if you go look at the White Sox numbers, they weren't that good either. They were just a little better in high leverage situations. If you're not playing the under there, I don't know what you're doing. Play the under with the Boston Red Sox. I saw so many same game parlays this weekend, and I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have thought of this. Bet against the Red Sox on the money line and play the under. You would have won every single bet this weekend, and those are plus 264 odds right there. Red Sox don't play today. We will probably revisit that tomorrow, though. Rangers and Yankees. The Yankees didn't show up yesterday. That was ridiculous. Like Gleyber Torres hit a pop fly that wouldn't have been out in freaking 29 ballparks. 29 ball. It was ridiculous. He hit a freaking wall scraper, and the Rangers said something about it too. So Yankee fans, I don't know why you guys didn't hit the baseball yesterday. Lock in 76ers money line now. Embiid already said he feels like the NBA hates him because he didn't get the MVP. Okay. All right, guys. It's going to be a tough series. I think it goes 7. I think the Heat get the win. 3.5 kind of scares me, though. It does. It genuinely does. Especially Red Sox first half unders. They've been so free. I will say this, though. I did play one first half Red Sox under, and it was the Saturday night game. I was sweating it out, and I'm sure you did too at 4.5, right? They were in position, one single, it goes over. But all that was, though, was Nathan Eovaldi hanging a breaking ball. It was Nathan Eovaldi hanging a breaking ball. That's all it was. If he didn't hang the breaking ball, that might have been Friday night. But it was Eovaldi hanging the breaking ball went yard, right? I think that was Friday night. If that doesn't happen, the White Sox don't score 3 runs there, and that game's easily under. That's my take. Yankees won in the 9th. They won in the 9th 2-1. I know they won in the 9th 2 on a Gleyber freaking soft home run. Then they lost game 2. But the Gleyber home run was ridiculous yesterday. That should have never been out. And you know what, guys? That's the point, too. This is why you don't want to play run line bets. You want to try to limit how many times you play a run line bet for a home team, because like I knew when it was 1-1 going into the 7th inning, I'm like, this is not looking good here because the Yankees need to strike in the 8th, because if they go into the 9th tied 1-1, right, the only thing that we can do is a walk-off home run, which they got, right? But there need to be runners on base for us to cover on the run line there. So that's why I hate doing it. Like tonight, prime spot to play the Dodgers on the run line, prime spot to play the Brewers on the run line. Both teams on the road against bad teams. Those are prime opportunities. Do you like Brewers in the over? I do like the over if I had to pick there. Woodruff's been a little shaky too, so the Reds might contribute. There are so many potential hockey teams that could win the Cup. It's great playoffs this year. It's been great theater in hockey, NBA. It's been great. Do you like the Brewers in the over? Embiid has a better supporting cast. Jokic was the Nuggets this year. Where do you get that Quentin Nelson jersey? Colts fan here. I got it on NFLshop.com. Avalanche, very nice jersey. I love Quentin Nelson. I'm an offensive line guy. It's hard to believe, guys. I played offensive line at the Division I level. Pretty crazy, huh? I'm 200 pounds now. I used to be 315 pounds. Avalanche tonight. I do have the Avalanche. I don't see any value puck line. I don't see any value really money line tonight. I see value on the over. Puck line does have same value, I guess, as the over, but you never know. Predators come out and compete. Listen, the Predators just aren't going to put enough pucks on the net to win. It's a numbers game, right? When I look at hockey, I know there's so many flukes in hockey where, one day it's like this team has 20-something shots on net compared to a team at 35 and the team with 20 wins, right? But overall, if you look at numbers, if you look at stats, the team with more shots on goal is going to win the game, right? That's what we see now, the Avalanche. If you hammer the rock, eventually it breaks. What sport do you bet on? What sport do you do best on? It varies, guys. I mean, I do them all, so it varies. Some days I'm hot here, some days I'm hot there. I've been pretty good with hockey lately. I've been okay with NBA. I've been okay with baseball, right? Like yesterday was the best day we've had in a while. We were really hot 2 weeks ago for about 2 weeks. We had a really hot streak. We didn't get cold, but we were playing 500 betting. Yesterday we had a 5-3 day. We're going to try to build on that. So let's see what we can do here. Baseball, I think. I mean, guys, it varies. It varies. I'm good at baseball unders. I usually play baseball unders pretty well. Hockey money lines have been okay to me. I picked the right spots there. Basketball, it all depends. The Mav was sharp. Mav was a good play, guys. The Heat was not a good play, but I look at that Heat game again, and I see 7 of 35 from the three-point line. Maybe that's just my narrative. We talk about these narratives every day, these betting narratives that we come up with in our heads. I see a narrative that the Heat would have won if they were just 10 of 35 from the three-point line. So, in my opinion, I don't regret that bet too much because I see a team that dropped the ball. Like, if I bet the Suns yesterday, I would have been like, you know what? The Mavs came out and just beat them. I made the wrong bet. In my opinion, with the Heat, though, I see the Heat going 7 of 35 from the three-point line. That's my narrative. I'll be watching for your live bets. Awesome, guys. Yeah, we do those at night. I'm a Red Sox fan, so I try to watch the Red Sox every night. I try to watch the Bruins every night. Obviously, I'm watching NBA playoffs. So those are the kind of things you'll see from me live betting wise. But yeah, guys, follow the page. Got a lot of content on there. We're actually doing casino content too. I've been doing a lot of blackjack content. People love that. Yesterday we did it against, you guys let me know in the comments here. We'll go live. If you got a 7, dealer shows a 7, dealer shows a 7 and you have a 16, are you going to hit? You got to hit there. That's what we did yesterday. We're going to start doing those every day. Those kind of blackjack questions. Do you ever take NHL props? I do some shots on goal props. I've been okay with them. Honestly, though, if I'm going to dig into something and I want to give you guys the best picks I can come up with, I want to give you guys the best picks that, there you go. I want to give you guys the best picks that I have, right? I want to give you guys the best picks that I can do, right? By the time I look through the whole NBA slate, the whole MLB slate, the whole NHL slate, right? I don't really go back and usually do NHL props because honestly, I do more NBA props when I play them. I'm not a big prop guy because the juice is so much different on every single book, right? Like if I'm going to play props, I'm usually doing it in a daily fantasy on a Prize Picks or a Thrive Fantasy. But I'm more of a straights, totals, money lines, first halves. Like that's kind of what I play. Let's see. You're welcome. Okay. Valerie, Nick, I'm so bad with hockey names. Niskuchin, 2.5 shots on goal. You guys were ripping me for saying, for calling Drysdale yesterday. What's the best lock of the day? Took Dodgers 1.5. Dodgers 1.5 is good. I think Brewers 1.5 is pretty good. You could parlay those two. Always expect them to have 10 underneath. So hit always. Padres, Yankees, Dodgers, Athletics. I don't mind that at all. All right. We ready for the picks today, guys? We ready for the picks? Oh, we got one more to recap. Rockies, D-backs. A lot of people worried about this. Zach Gallen shoved yesterday, 7 innings, struck out 7 without allowing a run. Herman Marquez did exactly what he needed to do yesterday. Went 6, gave up 3, struck out 7. Easy money, under 8 there, no doubt. Yankees. We'll see about the Yankees today. Let's see about the Yankees. I don't have Yankees. I didn't play a Yankees bet. And I know you guys just asked about the Yankees because they play at 12 o'clock today? All right, I guarantee. Let's see. No one's. You know what's surprising? No one's asked about Royals and Kansas City and Baltimore this morning, and that's a 12:05 start time. That's very interesting. You guys usually ask about those. I mean, Yankees. Yeah, I mean Nestor on the mound. I'm not going to play the Yankees in a run line spot today. I broke my rule. My rule is typically that I will not play a run, whether it's the Dodgers or not. Usually the Dodgers, I'll do it. But whether it's a run line, if it's a run line team, I'm not going to play them at home because they get one less at bat. We saw that with the Yankees, and that's what hurt me yesterday as a bettor. Orioles and the over. I think the Orioles is a good spot with Wells on the mound. The over 7.5, I think, is a good spot as well. They play a doubleheader today, or is a getaway day for them. Can't be getaway day. It's Monday. Anyways, Orioles. There we go. So let me get into my bets. Let's talk about the Celtics-Bucks series a little bit, right? We'll go with the NBA. We'll do what we usually do. We start with NBA because that's what most people want to bet. I think we'll move to NHL. We'll do that quick, and then we'll go into MLB, guys. So get the likes up, guys. 5.4 thousand. Let's get the likes up. Come on, working hard here. Working hard. Before we get into the picks, though, guys, make sure you go over the link in the bio, the link on YouTube, guys. We have a merch link. Go check out the merch. You can get Bet the Day merch. Bet the Day merch. 3 Team Parlay Sports merch. You can subscribe to YouTube. You can check us out on the other TikTok pages we have. Come on now, guys. It's not rocket science. Let's go. Buy a t-shirt. We're working hard here. We're Brewers run line. Yes, basketball plays. We're getting into it right now, guys. We're getting into it. I know the people want the people. Hey, listen. The people don't want the picks. The people need the picks. That's what I'm here. Tanner Kern, man, the people. I'm here to give you my picks today. Let's see what we can do. And if you guys have separate picks, ask about them. I'm going to give you my plays. Let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 7 plays today. Okay. That's a lot of plays, but you know what? I feel good today. Just like I felt good yesterday. We went 5-3. Celtics +1 versus the Bucks. Is this a homer bet? Maybe. I'm going to be honest. Am I a hockey guy? I'm a hockey guy. I like hockey. Is this a homer bet? Maybe. Maybe it's a homer bet. It could be. So I'm going to warn you right now that this could be a homer bet tonight. But when I see the Celtics team, I don't want to bet against them right now. Here is why. No more big parlays. We need a nice 2-team or a 3-team. Guys, the big parlays that I give, they're $1 bets. Play $1 bets. Play them as a $1 bet. Okay? Play them as a $2 bet. All right? That's I look at those. Like, I'm never going to – those parlays that I post that have like plus 20,000 odds, people, like those came from someone. Those are 1 in a million shots. That's why I post them, and that's why there's so much little content when it comes to those. When I play those parlays, I do them for $1 just to have some fun. All right. Jason Tatum points could be a big play as well because Tatum can't go down 3-1. I agree with that. Now, there's a lot of people hating on Jason Tatum right now, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Listen, I called up Jason Tatum, and I said, listen, you got to have more than 10 points tonight because you're getting absolutely reamed. Jason Tatum needs to be better than he was in Game 3. And now we look at his assist numbers too. Like, the assist numbers weren't even there. I think he had 4 assists or 3 assists and 1 rebound. Jason Tatum was horrendous. Jaylen Brown was okay, right? Jaylen Brown has been the guy that's kept these guys afloat. Now, I shouldn't say that. Jason Tatum did step up in the second half, right, of Game 2. He did step up. He found a way to get the job done late when Jaylen Brown cooled off. This game being in Milwaukee tonight does scare me slightly. The Celtics only has a 1-point dog here, but I personally think Boston is going to show up tonight. We saw what they were when their backs were against the wall in Game 2, right? And that's a moment where your back's against the wall. Don't tell me it's Game 2 of a 7-game series and they have time. They don't have time. They showed up. They played defense without Marcus Smart in Game 2. I think they're just fine there. They need to come out. They need to play defense. They need to be fantastic. I like Jaylen Brown over 25 tonight. Here's what the Celtics need to do. Giannis is going to score. We know Giannis is going to score. We know he's going to get to the foul line. Like, what happened in Game 2 in the first half of Game 2 was a rarity, right? It's going to be tough to shut him down. The Celtics can't allow a guy like Drew Holiday or Brook Lopez to be the enforcers, right? Giannis is the enforcer. Other than that, those guys can't step up. They need to tame those guys, allow Giannis to score. Giannis is going to score no matter what. You can put 15 guys on him, he's going to score. As long as you can shut down Lopez, as long as you can shut down Drew Holiday, you're going to be okay tonight. And then when you get the opportunity to step on their throat, you need to do it if you were the Celtics. There were moments in this game in the fourth quarter where they started making a rally, and we only played the under in that game. I didn't play a total there. We only played the under. But there were moments when the Celtics struck, and they struck in the fourth quarter. They struck too late. When you get a chance in the NBA playoffs, we saw it with Golden State the other night. They stepped on the Warriors' necks. They had them down on one knee, and they finished them off. And I know this is a little graphic, gruesome, whatever. I don't care. That's basketball. When you get a team down in the postseason, you need to finish them off. The Celtics have the offense. They have the firepower, and they have the defense to finish them off. This is one of the best defenses in the NBA. Okay, they have the team to do it, but Tatum can't have 10 points. It all starts with Jason Tatum tonight, 100%. If Jason Tatum can come out and he can do 20-something points, high 20s tonight, and Jaylen Brown can continue to be successful, and they get help from the other guys on this team, and Marcus Smart plays good on the defensive end of the floor, they're going to be just fine. They are going to be just fine, people. Here we go. Let's see what the comments are rolling in here. Giannis been smashing 6.5 this whole series. Giannis is going off. LOL, do you watch basketball? Of course I watch basketball. Warriors not really helping. Jaylen, what do you mean the Warriors aren't helping? Warriors put the Grizzlies away. Miami +2. Miami +2. Miami +2. Yeah, guys, obviously Miami +2 didn't hit the other night. Anyways, that's my take on that. I think the Celtics step up. Is this a homer bet? It could be. I'm going to be honest with you. It could be. It could go horribly wrong. Tail at your own risk. Grizzlies Warriors under 224 here. Any other questions about the Celtics? Throw them in there. Get the likes up, guys. We're at 8.7. I want more. I want more. I want more. Grizzlies Warriors under 224 here. Ja Morant day-to-day. He's going to play tonight, people. We'll get to baseball in a minute. Warriors money line or spread. I think 10.5. I think 10.5 is way too many points to play in the postseason. Personally, that's my take. I know I took the bullet in the last game. I said, oh my God, Grizzlies 8.5. This is going to be good. Ja Morant's going to come in. Well, you know what? That did not happen. That did not happen. And we talk. A lot of people were like big Desmond Bane supporters in here saying, oh, Desmond Bane, he's the only reason they're here. Well, he hasn't done anything in the postseason. So this has been all Ja Morant. Okay. And on top of that, I saw another thing yesterday too. Let's say Ja Morant doesn't play tonight. Let's say Ja Morant does not play tonight. a lot of people have commented at me, have said to me that, oh, the Grizzlies were better without Ja Morant. They were better without Ja Morant. Ja Morant's a ball hog. Yes, I think Ja Morant's a ball hog. I think there's plenty of opportunities where he should pass the ball and he doesn't do it. But at the same time, people, at the same time here, when I look at this Grizzlies team without Ja Morant, it's death sentence. I don't care if they scored 117 points per game without him. Do it in the playoffs. Do it in the playoffs against a team that will most likely win the Western Conference on the road, and then come talk to me. Okay? I personally think the Warriors will cover 10.5 tonight. I do. But as a bettor, my heart of hearts, I'm not going to lay 10.5 in a playoff game. I think there's too much variability, especially for a team that just showed up and dominated. Especially for a team that just showed up and dominated. Do I think the Grizzlies have a little fight left in them? Yes, I do. 100%. 100%. I think the Grizzlies can show up and fight tonight. Am I going to play them at 10.5? No. Am I going to play the Warriors at 10.5? No. There's too much variability. There's too much variability in that bet. I'm going to play the under here. Here's why. Ja Morant day-to-day, right? He should play tonight. I think Dylan Brooks being back is going to help the defense out, obviously. You know what? I'm not counting on the Warriors to shoot 53% from the three-point line again. I'm really not tonight. I know they have a lot of sharp shooters, right? But we saw Klay Thompson step up. That was the first time we've seen Klay Thompson come alive in the past few games. Okay, I don't think that happens again tonight. Too much variability. Too much variability. I'm going to play the under. I think this resembles a game 2 score. At 220, 224, you have a lot of room to work with. I know this total went way over 224. The freaking Warriors almost hit 224 in game 3. But at the same time, people, I'm not counting on them to shoot 53% from the field. I'm counting on the Grizzlies to play a little better on the defensive end of the floor. I'm counting on Ja Morant to be beat up a little bit, and that's why I'm going with the under. What are we going with in the comments? Let's read this. All right. Followed the host. There we go. Thanks for the follow, guys. Facts, bro. Royals, Baltimore. People, Warriors, money line or spread. Warriors money line, obviously, but like, what are you willing to, like, when you guys ask about these, I imagine 99% of the population, when they go Warriors money line, is doing it in a parlay because there's just no value there. No value at all. 2 to 3 zone, exposed Grizz. If they don't hit 15 threes, they lose by spread, averaging 8.5 assists. That's not accurate. Averaging 8. I don't know who that was referring to. Not me. I didn't say anything about assist. I'm taking Flames 3-way money line, big bounce back spot in a must-win game. Okay. A lot of chirpers out here today. You know what's funny, guys? You chirp me, but you still watch me. It must mean I'm doing something right. Anyways, guys, so any questions there on the basketball games before we move on? Basketball is the prime sport right now. That's why we start with it. I like the Celtics tonight. That could be a homer pick. I feel good about the under, though, in the Grizzlies game. Depending on Ja Morant, I think just 10.5 is just way too much to lay. Got a comment here from my guy, Matthew Markland. Douglas E. Doodle says hello and sup. What's up, Douglas E. Doodle? Doodles are growing on me. I followed an Instagram account of a doodle today because you asked me about that, or a poodle or a doodle. You said Ja is a ball. Ja is a ball hog. Ja is I know. Yeah. Okay. Oh, the assist. Grant Mitchell here, he was commenting earlier. He was watching earlier. And I had the same debate with him. I've had the same debate with him about Ja Morant being a ball hog. He has 8 assists, yes, but he touches the ball. He is the star. He touches the ball all the time. I know he's having 8 assists, but how many games this season, and I hope there's someone in this chat here that'll agree with me right now. How many games this season have we seen Ja Morant try to force baskets? And then he makes the one big, like, superstar dunk. And, you know, everyone, the ESPN broadcast goes, wow, oh my God, that's Ja Morant coming from Murray State. No one thought anything of him, and now he's here in the NBA. How many times do we hear that, people? How many times do we hear that? All the freaking time. Like, there are moments that Ja Morant's ball hog moments get overshadowed by the fact that the people say he has 8.5 assists, and on top of that, he makes a highlight dunk every game. That's why that's why there's people that also think he's not a ball hog. He's a ball hog. He's 100% a ball. There are so many opportunities for him to pass the ball. It's not even funny. I would take the over on Poole. I like Poole's over. Oh, I like Poole over Ja in general. I would take the over. There we go. 100% right. We got a lot of people coming in here. 100% right. When the Grizzlies don't play well, it's usually because Ja. Yeah, 100%. He's a ball hog a lot of times. 23 games forced, 100%. You the GOAT, Tanner. This is a new channel. Yeah, so this is a new channel. So I took a new job, 3-team parlay. So we're on here every day, 10 a.m., guys, working. Man of the people, Tanner Kern. Yes, I did say Ja is a ball hog. You said you think Sixers could win the series. I 100% think Sixers could win the series. But at the same time, too, I don't think the Heat shoot 20% from the three-point line. And all I see personally when I watch that is the Heat shooting 20. Like when I see money coming out of my account my FanDuel account, my DraftKings account, all I see is the Heat shot 20% from the field last night. 20% or 20% from the three-point line. They were bad from the field as well. That's what I see. So I don't regret that Heat bet as much. I just know they didn't step up. I think overall the Heat have an advantage, especially because Game 7 will be in Miami. They need to come out. They need to win. I think 3.5 points is enough for me to consider the Sixers. I'm going to wait for that line movement though to see what happens. Have you tried Sugar House? I have made an account on Sugar House in Connecticut, but again, it's just I did it once and like I don't know if you guys had this. We'll take a little pause here, but in Connecticut, we have a lot of people from Connecticut to watch this, but if you're from Connecticut, I don't know if you guys had problems when it first launched. I had problems getting into DraftKings. I had problems getting into FanDuel, and I had problems getting into Sugar House, and it really bothered me. Got to give the Sixers defense some credit, though. Yes, I'm giving the Sixers defense credit. They played really well. Joel Embiid is a factor. He's in the floor. He's making it very tough for them to get points in the paint, right? At the same time, too, though, how many open looks are you going to miss from the three-point line? That's my take. Bucks Celtics. I like Celtics +1. Luka about to do what Dirk did. I love Luka. I'm all in. If the Celtics lose, first of all, I'm all in on the Mavs in the Western Conference. I want to see them win it. But if the Celtics lose, I'm a hardcore Mavs fan. Bucks Celtics. Can Suns win it all? I think Suns can win it all. I think they can. But at the same time, too, people, Mavs are playing pretty good basketball. That series is great. 76ers have played great. I don't see another great game from them. I agree. The Sixers have done everything right that they need to win, and they've caught the Heat on bad nights, too. They have gotten the Heat on bad nights. Sugar House has never accepted me. There you go, Das. Yeah, I don't know why. Das, are you a Connecticut guy? I feel like I thought you might have been, but I'm not sure. CJ Carter coming here. Murray State for guys, I'm not picking on Murray State. I'm not picking on Murray State. I heard bet mixed things from Bet Openly. Bet Openly is even juice. So you play, it's like a social game. Sup, Tanner? How we doing, Das? How we doing? CJ, I'm not picking on Murray State. I'm just saying, guys, when you have the little guy, the underdog, and they start becoming the big dog, right? Everyone talks about how they were when they were the underdog. Oh my God, John Morant, Murray State, nobody thought he'd do anything, and now he's here. Okay, how many freaking Gatorade commercials are you going to see about John Morant coming from nothing to being something? All right. And by the way, I said this as a joke today on one of my other shows. Here's what's going to happen. Oh, you Jersey guy. Okay, gotcha, Dust. Jason Tatum tonight. Everyone's crapping on Jason Tatum. You know what? He had 10 points in game 3. He dropped 72 points, and they make a Gatorade commercial about it tonight. Win from within. Okay, let's keep going. Are we good with basketball? Peer-to-peer is good. I do like peer-to-peer. I'm going to get on Bet Openly. I just found out about it the other day, actually. Peer-to-peer gaming. Okay, I haven't seen Harden play that lights out since he was getting on the 6-man award in OKC. Philly refs was on some BS yesterday. What do Suns do CP3 after the season? I think they get rid of him, honestly. I think he's too old. He's still good, but I mean, guys, he's getting old. He's getting very old. All right, let's see here. Hockey time. I got 2 plays in hockey. We can talk about every series if you want, but I got 2 plays. I got Avalanche versus Predators. The Avalanche put 42 shots on goal in game 3. They scored 7 times. The game before that, I believe they outshot them 51-26. The Avalanche put 51 shots on the goal. MLB future, Dodgers to win the World Series. Dodgers over on their wins total. Those are the 2 I put in right away. Even though it's not great juice, right? But you can hedge. You have hedging options later with those. Right now, I don't know what the Dodgers to win the World Series are. I can't imagine it's that good of a bet. It's probably like plus 200. The Dodgers are on pace to win 118 games. Just keep that in mind. I don't think that's going to happen. Obviously, that's never going to happen, but they're on pace to win 118 games. And we'll talk about baseball here in a minute. We'll go through hockey pretty quickly. Avalanche Preds over 6.5, guys. There's a rock. My offensive line coach in college told me this all the time. You have a rock, people. Okay. Say you're running the football in the NFL, right? You run the ball, you see a team run the ball, they're getting stuff. And eventually 3rd quarter, 4th quarter rolls around, they start breaking off 10-yard, 15-yard, 20-yard, and then they rip a 30-yard run. So it started with 3 yards at a time, 4 yards at a time. I equate a lot of things to football. You have a rock, people. You hammer this rock, eventually it's going to break. What we saw in game 2 from the Nashville Predators was a rarity. They got outshot 51-26, and they only let up 2 goals. The Avalanche can score at will. So I'm not going to look at that one game and say, hey, that's what's going to happen tonight. I think we're going to see game 1 and game 3. We're going to see the Avalanche close out a series tonight. That's my take. Warriors first quarter, first half, full game lock. First half money line, first quarter, first half, full game lock. You going to go all 3? You could parlay that. Avalanche -1.5. I like that as well. That's plus money too. Or no, it might not be plus money, maybe like even money. But minus 130, I got the over at. I know it's not great juice, but the combination of empty netters as well. Say the Predators can hang in there and put some pucks on the net tonight. Empty netters also helps me out there. All run line, no Moran. No Moran. Avalanche minus 1.5. Book it, guys. I'm looking at 15 different screens right now. Keep that in mind. So if I miss a comment, just go back, recomment it. Flames versus Stars under 5.5. How about these Dallas Stars right now, people? How about these Dallas Stars? And also another thing you could do, you could take the Avalanche to win in regular time too. That also drops down your odds, right? You get better odds for that. And there's not been a lot of playoff hockey right now or overtime hockey, just because, guys, these empty netters at the end of the game. Usually when a team goes, 5-on-4 or 6-on-5, right? It would pull the goalie. It doesn't end well for the team with 6 guys. Usually we get an empty netter. Do you think the Bruins win the series? I don't know. I need to see how they play in Carolina. I am slightly concerned because they just haven't been good in Carolina. Avs 3-way money line, 3-way flame, 3 Flames, 3-way money line. But I will say about the Bruins, Bergeron and Marchand stepping up has been really good to see. Money line Avs, half first period, plus 115, over 2.5. Yeah, you like that Nikuchin over 2.5 goals. I'm never good at saying his name. Do you think Bruins win? We got that. Can Canes win the series, right? I don't know. I mean, personally, I think the Bees, after what they've shown me in game 3 and game 4, I think they're going to be just fine, honestly. Just joined. What are your bets? We're going through them right now, Everett. We're going through them. You only missed Celtics plus 1, Grizzlies Warriors under 224. I do think the Bees went out. Yeah, so you're right on time, Everett. Don't worry. We did a big recap today because we went 5-3 yesterday, 6-3 if you count that nice little live bet we had with the Red Sox. Okay, so I like the Flames and the Stars under 5.5. The Stars are up 2-1 in the series. How about the Dallas Stars, people? How about those Dallas Stars? They've been playing pretty well. They've been playing great on the defensive end of the floor. Johnny Gaudreau has been non-existent in the series, considering he's in line to win the MVP or the Hart Trophy. He's not going to, right? But he's a top 5 Hart Trophy guy. He's been non-existent so far. I think I'm going to go with the 2-1 kind of night, a 1-0, a 3-0 kind of night. I think that 4-2 game's a rarity, and that's worst case scenario for a bettor. Like, if you're betting the under, that's worst case scenario is a 4-2 game, in my opinion, personally. I think it's a 4-1, 4-2, 3-1, 2-1. Like, there's only one circumstance in my head where I can say this game goes over, and it's a 4-2 game where an empty net goal ends it. That's my take. All right. Gotta love that, CJ. Murray State. I'm a big Murray State guy. My dad played football at UConn, so I remember watching Murray State. One of my first memories is going to watch UConn play Murray State at Rentschler Field. So I always remember that. I don't know what year it was, but all right. So that's my picks there for hockey. Do we want to talk about the other hockey series at all or no? Let me know in the comment section before we move on to baseball here. Let's see. Let me know. Mariners minus 1.5 plus 180. Philly, love it. Real Philly shows up today. Love that, Sharky. Okay, Sharky. I see you, Sharky. I see you. Baseball. We want to move on to baseball. We don't want to talk anymore NHL. That's fine. Panthers, Capitals. I think there's no value on the Panthers today. You go puck line at plus 136. I guess a little value there. I think they bounce back, win the series. The over at 6.5 is at minus 134 right now. If you think Washington can pull off another win at home at plus 152, go for it. I'm going to stay away from that game. 3 out of 4 hockey games go over. I 100% agree with that. You could do a nice little hockey total. You go over in the Panthers game, over in the Rangers game. But again, the Rangers kind of scare me. I think we could see more of a defensive battle tonight because the Rangers need to step up. Like what we saw from Pittsburgh was unprecedented when they got 4 shots past Igor really early in that game. I don't think that happens again. I do think the Rangers win outright tonight at minus 118. Avalanche go over 6.5, and then Flame Stars goes under 5.5. Teams will pull even down 3. Yeah, they have to. They have to pull down 3. If you want to bet snipe the team total over late in the third for empty net. Yeah, I agree with that. Brewers run line and over. I do have the Brewers run line, Everett. You guys are reading my mind already. Let's get the likes up. We're at 10.2 thousand guys. Man, the people working hard for you. I got 3 plays in baseball here. I think we know. Now, if you guys know me, if you followed me for any time now, if you followed me even before I was here at Bet the Day and 3-team parlay, I've always had 2 major rules of baseball betting. Number 1 rule of baseball betting, you hammer the Dodgers on the run line. As I said, I don't like betting the Dodgers in spots where they are at home on the run line, just because you get one less at bat. We saw it with the Yankees. Everyone said, oh, Yankees lock, Yankees lock, Yankees lock. Well, it wasn't because they didn't hit till late, right? And then if you get into a situation where you're in the ninth inning and it's a 1-1 game, you're most likely not covering unless they can get guys on base and hit a home run. So that's my take there, especially in extras too, right? If you go into extra innings and the team doesn't score a run, they just got to get that guy in from second, the home team, and they're not going to cover. They're going to win by 1 unless there's a home run. So you're relying on a home run. Can't do that, right? But there are 2 spots tonight, 2 prime, juicy freaking run line bets. Dodgers run line versus the Pirates tonight, and then Brewers run line versus the Reds. I think Brewers run line at plus 106 is tremendous. Dodgers at minus 130 that's good enough. I guarantee this. By the end of the day, by first pitch tonight for this game, the Dodgers will be at about minus 160 on the run line tonight. The Pirates just dropped 2 games to the Reds. The Reds are feeling good about themselves right now, but the Pirates did drop 2 games to the Reds. Now, the Dodgers have covered this in their past 6 games. They are feeling very good. They are on pace to win 118 games right now. Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Trey Turner look very good. Trey Turner's driven in like 20 runs already, which is ridiculous. Freddie Freeman's slash line, it's through the roof right now. Mookie Betts is hitting home runs like crazy right now. This team's on pace to win 118 games. Julio Urias is on the mound. He's got a .92 whip. He's very good. He's going against Jose Quintana. Now, when I look at Jose Quintana, I look at a guy that last year during baseball season, and a lot of you guys have followed me for that long. Last year during baseball season, I would say, hey, Jose Quintana's on the mound. We hammer the over. I don't know about this game. I'm going to stay away from it. But when Jose Quintana's on the mound, usually he gets beat up. Now, I did watch him go against the Brew Crew and literally murder the Brew Crew's lineup, and that was painful to watch. But at the same time, people, I think he gets shelled today by Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Trey Turner. This team's just so good. This team is so good right now. At minus 118 is a great spot. And you know what, people? I'm going to say this one thing. As we say it every day, Orioles money line, I would go with the Orioles, yes. But again, don't just bet the game because it's first thing during the day. Diamondbacks, home dogs, I think that's a cool bet. But again, at the same time too, what are we going to get out of the bats? We're going to talk about that Diamondbacks game. I actually have a bet there. All right. But I will say this with the Dodgers tonight, I get this a lot in our Discord. And if you're not in our Discord, join our Discord. Links in the bio. Tanner the King. I love that. Love that. Give me a crown. I will say this right here, right now. If you're not in our Discord, join our Discord, get a t-shirt, all that stuff. All those links are in the description. But I will say this right now, people. I get this every damn day, and it pisses me off so much. I was getting it with the Yankees. Have a great week. You have a great week too, my man. You have a great week too. As soon as the Dodgers lose a game, because there will be a game where they lose to a team like the Pirates. This is baseball, people. Even if the Dodgers win 118 games, which is not going to happen, okay? They're still going to lose, 44 games there, if my math is correct, right? They're still going to lose games, okay? So if the Dodgers lose on the run line tonight, if they don't cover, and you guys get all pissed off, oh, it's the Dodgers. Don't do that. This team has made us a lot of money this year. Same thing with betting against the Reds. It's made us a lot of money this year. So just keep that in mind, people. Let's stay calm. You're going to lose. It's overtime. What do you think of my baseball plays above? Jay Cutler smokes. Let's see. I didn't see him. Can you throw him? Can you put him up again for me? Let's see. Wait. I only saw your hockey plays. Throw him up again, Jay Cutler smokes. Rays first 5 plus a half. I do like that. I think the Rays hang in there tonight. Now let's talk about this Brewers game. Luis Castillo making the first start of the year, going against Brandon Woodruff. Now, Brandon Woodruff hasn't been good, has not been overly good, right? He struggles with location. That's big. He's got great strikeout ability. We saw it last year. We saw it this year. He can strike out batters, but location-wise, he struggles. If he's missing the corners, he's not going to be very good, okay? We've seen that with him a lot. Luis Castillo has the ability to shove. That's my one fear in this game. But get this. If you look at the metrics, now I'm a big numbers guy. I look at numbers, okay? The Brewers have hit 36 homers with a 308 team OBP. The Reds have 21 with a 277 OBP. The team ERA for the Reds is 6.57 with a 1.64 whip. I believe the Brewers is around 3-something with a 1.2 whip, okay? That's a big difference. Tanner, are you wearing pants? Oh, yeah, I am wearing pants, actually. I'll prove it to you. I know it doesn't seem on thing. I got the pants on. I got the running shorts. They're short, guys. I got to go work out after this. I got to stay fit for you. But it did look like I didn't have pants on there for a second. That's a great comment. That's a comment of the day right there. The Reds have 21, 277 OBP. Team ERA, 6.57, 1.64 whip, right? This Reds team should get destroyed today. Just keep that in mind. Yankees, Brewers, Dodgers, 3-teamer. Yes, the Holy Trinity. Yankees, Brewers, Dodgers, 3-teamer. That's the Holy Trinity right there. Jay Cutler smokes. Throw him up again so I can see him. I didn't see him. I only saw your hockey plays. But yeah, so that's my play there. Brewers run line plus 106, even money. Is it still even money? Let me check right now. Brewers, it's minus 102. So that's another thing, guys. You got to jump on these early. Now, I try to post my plays early. Like, for example, if you go on the TikTok page right now, they're already up. Man, can you get better at this shit? Are you the guy that said, like, why the parents thing? Why are you still watching? Come on now. You guys, that's what everyone likes chirping me, but they love watching me. I guess, I don't know. I guess I just look good in the camera, the highlights. I don't know what it is, but people love watching me. Anyways, guys, we look at this game here. Brewers, Reds should be fine. Brewers run line, but you got to jump on lines early, people. You got to jump on lines early because, like I said, let's look at the Dodgers right now. Let's look at the Dodgers. I got the Dodgers this morning at minus 130 for the run line bet. Guess what it is right now? Trying to find it. It's not even, they don't even have it posted right now because they took it off because I bet sharps were freaking hammering the Dodgers. Okay. But we look at the Brewers plus 106 to now minus 102. So if you guys are new to betting, I just threw them up. Let's see. Just threw them up. I got to read through them. But if you look at if you look at this bet, like Brewers 106 plus 106, that means if I put 100 down, I win 106 if it hits, right? If it's minus 102, I need to put down 102 to win 100. There's a big difference there, especially when you start getting up with bigger numbers and bigger bets. Okay, let me read through them, Jay Cutler. All right, let's see. Athletics Tigers under. I like that. Top MLB play today. Honestly, Dodgers run line. Dodgers Brewers run line. I like that. Jay Cutler smokes. Where are these baseball plays? I'm reading through them. I can't find them. Did you put them on YouTube? I can't find them. Literally put a comment. Teams will pull. Jay Cutler smokes. Put a comment in here with your MLB plays right now because I'm scrolling through every freaking comment. I can't find them. Let's see. I don't see him. Dodgers run line minus 140. Okay, Dodgers run line's minus 142. Minus 130 versus minus 142 is a huge difference because you got to put 12 extra bucks down just to win 100 there. Celtics money line, Judge Homer, and Yankees run line. Maybe. We'll see. I hate doing, like I said, guys, I hate doing Yankees at home. I hate doing run line bets at home, but I love the Yankees. I'm a big Yankee guy now. Yankee fans love me. Hey, anybody ever play both teams to score in baseball on Caesars hot yesterday for 75? Both teams to score in baseball. That's a good bet, guys. I've never even looked into that market, but both teams to score. We got a comment from YouTube. Jay Cutler, no, you haven't. You were just messing with me. I'm reading through the comments. I see your, how about like when you say, I just posted them twice in here, I'll just add the pics under the comments so I can see it. I can't see it. I'm scrolling through, guys. NBA player props. I don't have any player props right now, but we can look into them after we get through this last bet. Jay Cutler, I'm staring at the TikTok screen. I need to see the picks. What should I bet on? I don't know much about American sports. Bet on basketball, baseball. That's bet on anything. I mean, what do you want to bet on? It depends what you want to watch. Haha, remember you thought Ferguson was winning by knockout? Told you. Dude, that was the most. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Tony Ferguson right now. Rest in peace. I just posted that clip over on our main page, 3 Team Parlay Sports. Rest in peace to Tony Ferguson. I don't know if he'll ever be able to fight again. Honestly, that was the most devastating knockout I have ever seen in my life watching the UFC. And like, we can go back to what was the fight 2 weeks ago on Fight Night that we bet where the guy had the busted open face. I can't, name's not coming right now, but that was pretty bad. Like, he got beat up, right? He got beat up. But Tony Ferguson got murdered. Like, that was a bad knockout. I don't know if he'll ever be able to fight again, honestly. Okay, Marlins D-backs under 8.5. Now, this one might come as a slight risk, a slight scare to some of you guys, I would say. I guarantee there will be a lot of people in the comments that either overlooked this under or said they wanted to go over on it. But when I look at this, I look at numbers. I'm a big trend better. Now, you can find a trend for literally every single bet, but these teams have gone under. Now, granted, different opponents, but these teams have gone under in 7 of their past 10 games, right? So I look at that and I say, okay, that gets my attention. Then I look deeper into the numbers and I look at Humberto Castellanos starting for the Arizona Diamondbacks. I look at that number. Obviously, he's no Zach Gallen, right? He's no Zach Gallen. He's not going to step up big. But he hasn't given up a home run yet. And if you can limit your walks and you don't give up home runs, if you can find that with a starter, if you can find that, you're going to be just fine. You are going to be just fine. Just sent them again 3 comments above this one. 1, 2, 3. No, you didn't. You were literally just messing with me right now because it goes Jay Cutler smokes. I posted them twice in here. LOL. Then I got Royals. Then I got another comment. Then I got another comment. MLB Dodgers just sent them twice again. No, you're screwing with me right now, man. I know you are. Now I know you are. I know you're messing with me. Oilers money line. The Oilers don't even play tonight. Oilers money line was last night, and it was a bet that we lost, and it was a bad bet because they didn't show up. Okay. The Marlins have the better offense here. If I had to pick a team to drive the over, it would be them. At the same time, though, this Diamondbacks team has been okay on offense, but this Diamondbacks bullpen is pretty legit right now. So if Castellanos can give me a decent outing, if he can tame the Miami Marlins, and then the bullpen can come through, I don't see the Diamondbacks offensively driving this over. I will bet against the Diamondbacks offensively to drive an under. I will bet with them to drive an under. That's my take. If you look at their numbers, they're not good. I mean, I can give you the Diamondbacks numbers right now. Diamondbacks, ESPN. A lot of people ask me where I go for stats, a variety of places. I have a lot of secrets. But if we look at the Diamondbacks, like offensively, they're a 193 team. They scored 100 runs. They've hit 31 homers, but they have a 284 OBP. Here's what you need to see. Team ERA for the Miami Marlins, 3.32. Team ERA for the Diamondbacks, 3.33. 1.2 whip for the Marlins, 1.21 whip for the Diamondbacks. That yields an under, in my opinion. I know Eliezer Hernandez is going. He's got better stuff than he's shown. He's given up 7 bombs. That's been his biggest issue this year. If he can locate, I think he's going to be just fine tonight. This is going to be a tight game. I think it could be a low-scoring game. I'm not going to bet under in every single game in the series, just like I do with the Red Sox. But at the same time, I'm going to take I'm going to go under in this one tonight, at least, and I'll see what happens. It could go wrong, but at 8.5, you got a lot of protection there. You have a lot of protection. Yeah, it's pretty cool, but it's juiced like MF, but you can also pick both teams to score 2 runs, 3 runs. Check it out, Tanner. I will check that out. So, guys, Das Diggity, he's been here. He's been here with us for a while. He's been watching stuff for a while. One of the well-known guys here. He's saying that if you bet teams to score, like both teams to score bets, they're very good in Major League Baseball. You can do both teams score 1 run, both teams score 2 runs, both teams score 3 runs. I've really never looked into that market, so I do appreciate that, Das. I will look in that today. Okay. Oilers money line. Bro, I swear on my life, I don't know why you can't see him. Stop. No, you're not. Comment on my page then. If you, I can't see, I genuinely can't see them. They're not in here. Because all your comments are just like, yo, bro, I posted them. Like, no, you didn't. If you had to put your leg on 2 locks, what are those teams? All right. I get this question every single day, and I give you guys the same exact answer every single day of the week. Every day of the week, I will give you the same exact answer. If I had to put my left leg, if I had to put my right arm, if I had to put my rent money, if I had to put that, you guys give me all these different freaking scenarios, okay? But if I had to put something that I value a lot on a team. And I don't recommend doing that. I recommend betting for fun, betting to watch games, right? Like betting to enjoy the games. I don't recommend trying to get your rent money out of a baseball team. But if you were going to try to get your rent money out of a baseball team, if you're going to risk your left leg for a baseball team, if you're going to have a bet that is that meaningful to you, it is the Los Angeles Dodgers. It will always be the Los Angeles Dodgers, and that will never change. Okay, I'll comment on your last TikTok post then right now. Okay, well I'll look at it after the after the show, and I'll get back to you, Jay, because I genuinely can't see your picks. I saw your hockey picks though, so that's my take. If I had to put my 2 locks today, based on the numbers, my 2 locks. There is no such thing as a lock in sports betting. I will be one of the betting analysts, betting content creator guys that tell you that. There is no such thing as a lock in sports betting, especially in baseball. But if there were 2 that I would go with, it would be the Dodgers on the run line, and it would be the Brewers on the run line, because the Brewers are playing against a terrible Reds team, and the Dodgers are playing against a bad Pittsburgh team. The Dodgers have Julio Urias on the mound. The Brewers have Brandon Woodruff. Now, Woodruff's not been great, but at the same time, these run line bets they're tough to hit. They're both on the road, though. That's a prime spot for a run line against a bad bet. So those would be my 2 bets. If I had to risk my right arm, keep in mind, I'm not risking my right arm, people. I'm just saying this for dramatic effect, and you guys ask me every day. I would do it on the Dodgers. Whoever is playing the Reds this year, guys, actually, whoever's been playing the Reds on the run line is more lucrative than the Dodgers. So just keep that in mind. All right, guys, we're at an hour already. These mornings fly by with you guys. Every morning at 10 a.m., we're working hard, guys. We're for the people. Tanner Kern, Bet the Day, 3-team parlay for the people. Why aren't you following? Follow, buy a t-shirt, subscribe, do all that stuff. Okay, we're going to wrap up here in a minute, but as we do every day, we do our big ticket item, and we talk about the biggest bet that I've seen on social media. I post it usually every day. Big ticket item for today. Devin Booker, 3-point field goal, first basket. PJ Tucker, 3-point field goal, first basket, parlay, $10, two-legger to win 6,300. That's pretty damn impressive. Pretty damn impressive, in my opinion. At the same time, I give this guy even more credit, whoever placed this bet, because who the hell would bet on PJ Tucker? This man is a waste of space. Anyways, that's my take there. Final questions, guys. Throw them in the chat. Throw them up on TikTok. Throw them on YouTube. Very, very fun show day. Very good show. Throw them up, and we will answer those right here, right now. Okay, whoa, shots. Now, it's not taking shots at PJ Tucker. There's no shots being taken at PJ Tucker. The guy argues more calls than he shoots the basketball. And the whole Miami Heat team, yes, they have taken my money for 2 nights in a row, and I'm very aggravated because they've shot probably a combined 22% from the three-point line in those games. NBA picks I just got here. I have Celtics +1. I have the under in the Celtics game. If we want to talk player props, throw them in right now. I personally don't have any player props to play today right now. But if you have questions about player props, please let me know and we will get to them. I can look them up right now. Giannis over 30.5, 100%. I don't see them shutting them down at all. MLB player props. Let's see here. I like Rodon. Let's see what Rodon's strikeout total is. I like that. Oh, Nerfy. My Nerfy of the day, I think, is Rockies Giants. I think that's what I'm going to go with for my Nerfy of the day. Gomber versus Gomber. Okay, Jay Cutler. I'm going to go look. And if it's not on there, I'm not going to be happy because I know you're messing with me. Warriors by a mile without Ja. Yeah, but 10.5 is just way too much. Memphis plus 10.5. Don't sleep. I'm going to look for some NBA player props. You guys got to come here with props. Come here with questions so I can give you some inputs because, like, there's about 1 million batters today in MLB that I'm trying to find player props for. I usually don't do my player props early. But, guys, keep in mind, too, once NBA ends, once NBA. Marlins Nerfy, I don't know. It scares me a little bit, honestly. But I would probably say yes. Just at the same time, too, Marlins pitching right now, a little scary right now. Their starter on the bump today. One of those plays is Mookie over 1.5 total bases, which I love. There you go. I finally see your play. 1.5 total bases. I love that. -105. What's NHL looking like? Keep in mind, guys, if you're late, all my picks are posted on my picks video, my daily picks video. So just keep that in mind. I have Flame Stars under 5.5. I have Avs Predators over 6.5. The game is in Milwaukee today, and then they're back in Boston in 2 days, right? A day. Marlins Nerfy, we got that. NBA player props. So guys, put your MLB NBA player props in here. Help me out. But usually, like after NBA and NHL ends, I will be all in on MLB player props. I will be doing hit props, walk props, steal props, strikeout props every single day of the week. Is it sketchy that Brewers only -170 with Woodruff against the Reds? No, it's not whatsoever. Woodruff has really overall not been himself this year. And -170 is a fair play for a heavy favorite. Like you look at the Dodgers today, they're -250 against the Pirates. You look at the White Sox today against the Guardians. They're -184 against the Guardians. Kopech versus Plesac. The Guardians can play with them. You know what I'm saying? And it's baseball too. I'm also playing Kopech over 5.5 Ks. Okay. All right. I'm seeing your plays now. I like that. Over 6.5. OU over 6.5. Don't bet against the Bucks at home. I am betting against the Bucks at home, 100%, because they almost lost to the Celtics the other day, and Jason Tatum scored 10 points. Pens or Rangers? I have to imagine I'm going to go with the Rangers. I think Panarin's going to be a little better than he was. I think he put some pucks in the net. I think Igor steps up a little bit. I think they're just fine. Padres run line. Let's see that. Gore versus Hendricks. Yeah, I mean, the numbers are there for it. I'm not going to lie. +130. But again, they're at home, guys. They're not hitting the baseball great. The Padres have not been blowing the scoreboard up, and Kyle Hendricks does have the ability to shove. Any props for Orioles? Jeez. Guys, just because it's the first game of the day. This is the most unentertaining baseball. At 12:05 Orioles start time. That's the best. I love this, though. That's what betting does. Like a 12:05 Royals start time. We're going to be glued to the TV screen today for it. You know who I'm really liking right now? Ryan Mountcastle. I am loving Ryan Mountcastle. I think, let's see bases. Let's see. Ryan Mountcastle bases. Do I have bases on here? I can't even find bases. But Ryan Mountcastle over 1.5 bases today. That's what I'm going with today. I think Ryan Mountcastle could be my not lock of the day. I have honestly, but I've been watching him a lot lately. He is fun to watch. He is going to be a very, very good ball player with a different organization when they trade him away. Okay, he's hitting 276 with 4 home runs and 14 RBIs. Got a 722 OPS, right? He's only 25 years old, okay? He had 1 hit yesterday, 1 RBI. Let's see what he's done recently. Okay, he had 4 hits the day before. I think Ryan Mountcastle, 2+ hits today. 2+ hits. Let's see, fade bet the day. No, you don't want to fade bet the day. Ryan Mountcastle, 2+ hits today, plus 220. Thank me later. I don't know. But he had 4 hits the day before. I mean, he's been absolutely crushing lately, right? Oh my God, Ryan Mountcastle. In his past 4 games, right? His past 4 games, he's had 4, 8. He's had 9 hits in his past 4 games. Ryan Mountcastle, 2+ hits at plus 220. I'm feeling okay about today. Jordan Poole, I like Poole over 2.5 or over 3 threes at plus 102. I love Jordan Poole today. I think he's been absolute money off the bench for them. Fade. Where's the fade bet? Why would you want to fade bet the day? That makes no sense. Yanks minus. We went 5-3 yesterday, 6-3 actually. If you factor that live bet in, guys, it's. So why would you want to fade bet the day? People just like watching me to watch me. I don't think half you guys take the picks. I think you just watch me because I'm fun to talk to. Yanks run line today. No, I'm going to stay away from the Yankees on the run line today. I think they kind of it scares me, right? They had a really hot streak and now they might be a little cold. Royals money line, Yanks run line. Royals money line. I'm on the Orioles today, but I mean, you do what you want to do. Yanks run line. Yeah, if I had to pick a side, I'd go Yanks run line. I'm not going to play it though. I don't think it's worth playing. What went wrong with the Heat? They shot 20% from the 3-point line, and half their 4 out of 5 of their starters are waste of spaces. 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. That's what I'll go with. What went wrong with the Heat? That's what went wrong. Capitals money line. I think the Capitals have a good spot. Yankees can't hit. This is what happened. You appreciate your inputs. There you go. Thank you. But yeah, Yankees, when the Yankees get really hot, then they get really cold. And I'm not Yankee fans. Don't jump down my throat right now. But when the Yankees get hot, they then get cold very quickly. That's all I'm saying. Sixers are just a better team. I would not say. I don't think so. I don't think. When the Sixers are fully healthy and Joel Embiid's playing good, yes, I think they're a better team. But at the same time, too, the Miami Heat, the Sixers didn't make the Heat shoot 20% from the 3-point line last night and then 25% the night before. Okay, everyone was making a big deal. Joel Embiid's not allowing them to get in the paint. Well, how many open looks are you going to get? And if Harden doesn't show up last night, the Heat win that game. 100%. Harden was hitting shots like he was hitting back when he was 26 years old. Okay, he was 4 feet beyond the arc, hitting shots with a guy in his face. Okay, come on now. Jimmy Butler. Someone on this show yesterday said Jimmy Butler is overrated. Someone said Jimmy Butler is overrated. If you think Jimmy Butler is overrated, stop watching sports. Jimmy Butler is not overrated, man. Come on now. He was impressive. Harden was great. And honestly, I didn't think the Heat bet was going to hit when I saw him. It was good to see Harden stepping up because it actually gives me a little confidence that I might want to bet on this team. But I don't know, going back to Miami, it's going to be a tough play. Bane over 18.5. Is Morant definitely out? I feel like Morant's going to step in. I feel like Morant's going to play tonight. I just can't imagine him missing this playoff game. Bane, I am so sick of Desmond Bane right now. I'd probably still go under, honestly, but that's a lot more shot opportunities without Ja Morant holding, hogging the basketball. So you might want to go over on that. I got to see what happens though before Ja Morant. I got to see what happens with Ja Morant if he's going to play tonight. Warriors wire to wire. I like Warriors tonight too. If I was going to lay 10.5 in a playoff game, I would do it. I just don't lay 10.5 in a playoff game. I have better places to put my money. Jimmy Buckets, point, rebounds, assists, hit in the third. He was so good last night. He was so good. Any other Bucks -1. Morant is out, and if he does play, take the under on the points. Okay, so Bucks -1. I think the Celtics +1. Morant is out. Does play. Take the under on the points. But I have under on the points no matter what. I already locked it in. Giannis over 35 points and assists. Yeah, I mean, I honestly, guys, Giannis has been unreal in the series, and. Like I said the key for the Celtics, and people say I don't watch basketball, so you can take this opinion for how you want it. But Giannis is going to beat the Celtics. They can't let other guys beat them. That's my take. And when's Chris Middleton going to be back too? I feel like Chris Middleton's going to be back during the series at some point. So the Celtics better get a win soon. Spain over, Jaren Jackson over. And guys, you might want to get, if you believe in that and you believe Ja isn't going to play or he's going to be limited, I would get those early in the day because the totals are going to shift depending on what happens with Ja. We saw it the other day when Joel played, right? Everyone's total dropped 2 points. Texas Rangers over 2.5. LA Dodgers run line 1.5 for the Phillies. Money line for the Rockies. Giants over 6.5. Oh, Phillies, Rockies, Giants over 6.5. Yeah, I think that's a solid play. I hate betting baseball overs. I've been so good with unders lately, so I don't really have many opinions on overs, but that's what I'm going with. Houston Harden really turned up yesterday, for real. Yeah, Houston Harden, that's coming from YouTube, guys. Houston Harden was really good. Really, really good yesterday. He was fun to watch. And as I was watching money leave my FanDuel account, I actually looked back and I said, yeah, you know what? Was it worth it to watch Harden step up? No, it wasn't, honestly, but it was a nice little bonus for losing a bet there. Celtics and Bucks will come down the wire, but I think Giannis will secure the win. Yeah, I think it does come down. I think it's going to be a very, very tight game. They just got to get up. What does MLB run line? Yeah, MLB run line is the spread, so -1.5 +1.5. It's puck line. Same thing with hockey. Like, that's the spread. Basketball and football, it's the spread. Baseball, it's the run line. Hockey, it's the puck line. So if you're talking baseball, guys, like, no, don't say the spread. Like, the spread. Like, I remember I made this mistake when I first started getting into writing about sports, like writing about sports betting a few years ago. And like one of our editors said, like, what are you doing? Because I was like, the Rangers are favored by a puck and favored by a goal and a half, right? And that's the wrong term. And not like everyone knows the puck line. So you would just say money line in that case, because the favorite on the money line is favored on the puck line or run line. Who scores first in the Rangers? Panarin. Panarin gets it going early. That's my take. I always go with the best player. You might want to go over on I don't know what the total's at, but you might want to go over on Igor shot blocks or shot saved, right? You might want to go over on that, considering he's coming off a bad game. Because the great ones tend to bounce back. All right, guys. Great. 10.7 likes, 10.7 thousand likes. Love that. Great day. Great day. Gotta love that. Hope everyone's ready to win some money. It's a great day. Yankees run line and bets to record a hit. Lock bets to record a hit's a good bet. Feel like everyone thinks Harden is the sudden back because he decided to show up for the first time. It's weird watching Harden show up. Is Ja Morant out? I don't think they've made I think I saw he's questionable, which is one step down from probable. I think he's going to play if he can play. If he doesn't, everyone thinks the Grizzlies will be fine because they played better without him. We'll do it in a playoff game. Do it in a playoff game against a really good team on the road. Just one game. I don't think Harden's going to be. I personally don't think Harden is going to be as good as he was in the last game. Like he had ice in his freaking veins. He shut down the Miami Heat. I don't think that happens again. Day to day, so maybe limited minutes. Yeah, I mean, I imagine Ja's going to be on the floor in some regard tonight, but if he's not, I like the under. I like the under either way. That's why I locked it in early. Let's see what reverse line movement has done, people. Let's see if we made the right move or the wrong move. I bet it hasn't shifted much. 223.5. Guess what? We made the right move. 224. So we made the right move. There we go. So more people are on the under then. Better all-time Westbrook or CP3? I think Chris Paul, honestly. I think Chris Paul. Chris Paul is one of the best to ever do it. Day to day, so maybe limited minutes. Okay, we're all caught up, guys. So that does it. Thanks for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, Tanner, let's get a strikeout parlay in the Discord. Okay, Das, I will look at some stuff for a strikeout parlay. That'll be posted a little later. I don't know baseball, so please need help. Coach is pretty good at baseball. I've been okay with baseball this year. I really haven't done many props, guys. Like, I've been more in on Discord links in the link is in the bio. If you want to join on Discord, links in the bio on TikTok. It's on the bio on YouTube or in the description on YouTube. I've been very, very big on just straights lately in every sport. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Chris Paul is a top 3 point guard. Westbrook was a walking triple double. Yeah, I 100%. And Chris Paul is one of the best to ever do it, guys. 100%. And I know it could be decent value. There's always value on strikeout props. There's always value. Out of 10, how confident are you in the Celtics at +1? Well, I did say it was a homer pick. It could have been a homer pick. Honestly, here's what I say. Boston teams are built different. And I know I'm going to give you the Boston sports spiel right now. The Bruins fighting back down 2-0 to fight back 2-2. Very impressive no matter what happens the remainder of the series. You look at the Celtics, what they did in game 2, shutting down Giannis early, was very impressive. Terry Alexander, 79. I actually have a Cowboys hat. My dad just got back from a business trip in Dallas. Got me a Cowboys hat. Sent it up to Boston. So very excited about that. I'm going to be wearing that when I get back. But yeah, I mean, honestly, Boston teams fight. Maybe not the Red Sox, but the Celtics are going to fight. Tatum's going to be better than 10 points. He's a competitor. No matter what team he's playing for, he's going to step up tonight. Giannis is going to score. But at the same time, too, if they can shut down Giannis, limit Giannis, and limiting Giannis is still a 35-point night. They can do that. I think they're fine, and I think they win a tight game. Listen, guys, they almost fought back and won. And you know what? They're getting production out of a guy like Al Horford right now. They're getting production out of Jaylen Brown. They're getting production out of all these role players, right, that can step up. As long as you get Jason Tatum, you're going to be just fine. All right. What's your absolute lock tonight? Guys, like I said, out of 10, I don't want to say, guys, I like a 6. I mean, I believe it's going to hit. I'm going to take that side of the line, but again, we don't know what's going to happen, right? I think if you really are that concerned about Celtics +1, why don't you tease it with the Warriors, and you tease the Warriors down to 5.5, and you tease the Celtics up to 5. That's my take there. If you go a 4-point teaser and do that. If you're that concerned about Celtics +1, if you don't want to lay 10.5, just do a teaser. And then you'll get 1 for 2, right? So if you tease it, it's going to be +110 for 5 points, usually around +110 for 2 teams. So that's my take there. I know you gave your picks. My absolute lock, we said this earlier, guys. If you're going to bet your house or your leg or your freaking right arm on a team, you do it on the Dodgers. Al Horford at 22 and 16. Horford over. What's his over at? Because it's been creeping up lately. I did play it the other day when it was at 9.5, and I kept playing it. It must be going up, though, based on what he's done. Horford's at 11.5 now. I think yes, but again, that's a little higher. Like, I loved him at 9.5. Morant isn't playing today. He's not. Yeah, well, he's not on Prize Picks because here's why he's not on Prize Picks. It's not because he's not playing. It's because they haven't confirmed that he is or he isn't. It's too early in the morning, guys. That game's not till 10 o'clock tonight. That game's the second game. That won't be announced till the middle of the day. And we saw it with Joel Embiid. A guy they're going to keep that quiet as long as they can. So he's not on Prize Picks because of that reason. Morant isn't playing. We got that. Al Horford 22. So, guys, we're going to sign off here. Remember, 1 hour and 18 minutes today. Man of the people, working hard for you guys. Go get a t-shirt. Links in the description on YouTube. Link is in the description on TikTok, guys. Please, please, please buy a t-shirt. That's all we're asking. Free stuff here, free content every day. Buy a t-shirt. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Just trying to grow the brand, trying to grow the name. And then, comment, do all that stuff, guys. Subscribe. Join our Discord. Free Discord, guys. 100% free. Interact with me all day, our community as well. So that's fun stuff. And we'll talk to you soon for another episode of Bet the Day tomorrow for May 10th. Should be a fun one. We'll have recap these basketball games. We'll get into tomorrow's basketball games, get into tomorrow's hockey games, and talk some baseball. So great show, guys. Appreciate it. And we will talk to you soon for another video.